Okay, so now that I've kind of gone over all the different races and stuff, let's kind of go over the dice and why certain ones are important. One moment, I gotta go get a special thing. Now, we'll really only use this thing that I'm going to show you right now when we start getting into character sheets and making a character, which I will make an example character. And it will be a different perspective. You'll be able to see the desk and everything. But this is my whole collection of dice. There's these ones. These ones are not traditional D&D dice. These are regular gaming dice from a game that was missing a lot of dice that are required to play that game. So I just have them here for a lot of D6s, which actually are very important for making characters, which I will explain again when we start actually making our characters. But I decided to bring it out just to show, like, D&D people end up collecting dice when they can. So right now we will be using the new set of dice that I got. They're purple. They're in this little container thing. And I'll just kind of explain them. This is called a D6, six-sided dice. It's mostly used before the game for rolling, rolling for your ability stats or ability statistics. You'll roll 4 of these and then remove the lowest one, and I'll get just more into that when we get to it. But this is also a damage dice. You use it when you hit something and the weapon or the spell you're using requires you to have this sort of dice. That's kind of all it's used for. Then you got a D8. This is also a damage dice. It's used for damage. You'll find a lot of these are for damage dice. Wow. Here, I'll just get all of these out. Let's see. This is a D10. It's also a damage dice. This isn't used as often. There's one used even less often. But it also has one other purpose that I'll get to later. This is a D12. The worst dice to roll because it's so rounded on the edges. It will fall off tables very easily. This is just another damage dice. You'll find that a lot of these are damage dice rather than, you know, other things. No, I don't want you in this one. I want you in the correct spot for you. This is a D4. This is also a type of damage dice, mostly used for daggers and very low level spells. I can't really think of any other reason to use this other than if you want to roll a D2, which odds are 1 and evens are 2, and that would usually be if people have the same initiative, which would be talking more about gameplay rather than anything else, which I'll get into after making a character sheet. Put that there. Now the second use of the D10 is when put with this. This is a D100 dice. You roll these together. This is the tens place. This is the ones place. And that is for large table rolls or figuring out the effects of something. The most common use is Wild Magic Surge, which I explained a little bit in my the race and class explanations. And they can end up being very harmful or very useful. You can accidentally cause yourself to become very confused, or you can do what I accidentally did and turn yourself into a baby dragon. Which was an interesting experience for my first ever D&D campaign, but it was fun. And now this, you probably heard a lot about this. This is the D20, 20-sided dice. This affects all of your outcomes. Now I have my own opinions about this and this whole system, and I do believe that there are other systems that are better, but this is a very simplistic way to do it and a good introduction to the different systems of can I or can't I that exist in RPG. So say you wanted to hit an enemy, you have to roll this and you have to hit their armor class or above. If you want to seduce someone or convince someone that what you are selling is real, then you have to roll above a certain difficulty class. And that's it for dice.